How's it going, everybody? College football tips here, back with a Week 5 post-game kind of analysis video here. That was an interesting week, I'm not gonna lie, to be honest. I found it very, very exciting. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I just gotta, this week was very fun for me as a Longhorns fan. I had a very fantastic week. Usually these weeks don't ever happen, but when they do, I feel so good. My heart feels so great. Oh man, and we're going to get into everything and anything football here, so let's get into it. All right, starting things off here, we're going to go through the top 25 to 1. Any repeats we don't really need to go over, as always. So for 25 here was K-State and Texas Tech. This game was a little bit wild, to be honest. As you can see the score down here, K-State started off strong. Texas Tech came back, and they got it to a point where it was tied here, 2020. And I was getting kind of on the edge of my seat here because Texas Tech beat my Longhorns. K-State beat Oklahoma, and I was like, okay, all right. But I kind of wanted Texas Tech to win just because it makes us look a little better. But because they also only lost, besides K-State now, that Texas Tech had was to NC State, and I was like, oh, maybe NC State wins, and we, they win, and it makes us look real good. I don't know. Anyway, Adrian Martinez and Deuce Vaughn just destroyed them. I was extremely not surprised that he kind of just kept his cool from the Oklahoma game, and he just 100 and something rushing yards. He has 116 pass yards, but here we go. Yeah, look at that, 171. I think Deuce Vaughn also had 171 as well. Let me just click on the game here. I think it'll show you. Yeah, 170. Jeez, both of them did. That was nuts. But that was pretty dang wild. 24. We have Pitt here. Georgia Tech beat them. I saw this and I was really surprised because they just fired their head coach, and I was like, okay, because at one point I was looking on my phone on the ESPN app, and I saw that they were down, and I was like, oh geez. It was, where was it? At first, yeah, the first quarter here, I was like, oh my gosh, 3-0, and I was like, no way Georgia Tech beats them, and surely enough, they did. I mean, Slavis just didn't have how many? I need to see Hassan Hall. Jeez, 157 yards though. That's insane. That's not who I meant to click on. I meant to click on Slavis. Here we go. Slavis had 3 TDs, 305 yards. Do you have any picks? He had 1 pick this game. Yeah, I mean, just unfortunate that they took the L here. Wasn't really surprised. Wasn't really expecting that. Like I said, so I mean, Georgia Tech just kind of outmuscled them there, I guess. So pretty nuts for them there. Moving on to number 23 and 22, we had Wake Forest versus Florida State. Wake Forest, I was actually rooting for them. I think Wake Forest is a lot better team than people are giving them credit for, and I think this game really showed it, to be honest. Wake Forest kind of just dominated that second quarter there. As you see, 14 points. Travis had 3 TDs, but in their loss, I think he had no picks. Wake Forest had probably a good run game, didn't they? Yeah, 114 yards, 18 carries. Jeez. And Wake Forest has always had some pretty insane running backs lately, with freaking Kenneth Walker transferring from there. Yeah, no, they played well. I'm surprised, especially because it was in Florida State, so that was a little surprising there. Purdue, oh my gosh. Okay, this game, I did not expect this was going to go this way whatsoever. I literally thought Minnesota was going to destroy Purdue, but no, not at all. And they were in Minnesota. I mean, Morgan, oh my god. Trace Morgan, I think that's his name. Is it? Yes, it's got to be Trace Morgan, right? Tanner Morgan, whatever. He threw 3 picks. Oh my gosh, 0 touchdowns. It was so bad. Gosh, it was just insane. Poor Minnesota. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, so Muhammad, he's the one. He's their really good running back. He didn't play this game, did he? That's why I was a little confused here, because I know he played last week, didn't he? Yeah, he didn't play this game, which I don't think really helped them, because without their running game, they really couldn't do much. So Purdue really kind of capitalized on that. As you see, like I said, the 3 picks there. Morgan couldn't really do much with that, so it resulted in Minnesota getting upset. I mean, it was pretty wild, pretty crazy, to be honest. And it was kind of an insane game there. I didn't really see much, like I said, but it was still pretty crazy. Number 20, oh my gosh. Alabama and Arkansas. This was in Bama, wasn't it? If I'm not mistaken. No, it was in Arkansas. Okay. Yeah, now this game, Bryce Young, I think he was hurt for a minute. If not, okay. Yeah, his shoulder sprain. That's right. That's what I remember. He went down on a play there, and he got a little upset. They were very close for a minute there. If you want to look at the actual per quarter, it was 7-7. Yeah. Okay, yeah. And he scored 16 points, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then fourth quarter came, and Gibbs. I mean, look at that right there. 206 yards, 18 carries, 2 TDs. Gibbs went off. Gibbs is, honestly, he's like another one of their top running backs I think they'll have for a while. That kid's pretty athletic. He's crazy. He's insane, which allowed Bama to really score and get up to 49 points. So he kind of came in clutch there for Bama. Moving on to 19. This was a Thursday game. That's right. BYU came in. I saw this game again on replay. Utah State. This game was pretty dominant too by BYU. Hall did 3 TDs. Let's see. I think they had I forget their running backs or wide receivers name, but anyway, he did Epps. Yep. Cody Epps did a fantastic job of getting them. Honestly, I think he had 2 TDs that game, if I'm not wrong there. And you can even see one of these touchdowns here. Yeah, no. Yeah, Cody Epps did great. I think he had, like I said, 2 touchdowns. So they did fantastic. Not surprised that BYU won against Utah State. Still stuck at 19. They are plagued by that number, which is pretty crazy for them. And now that we're moving on to a fantastic W. Fantastic. Oh, yes. Oh, I'm sorry, Oklahoma fans out there. But Oklahoma, TCU, 24-55. TCU is undefeated. Gosh, it's crazy to think that, because this weekend, TCU and Kansas are both undefeated, and they're both getting College Game Day. It's insane because they're playing each other. So it's pretty crazy that they're getting College Game Day for once. I mean, I would have liked it to be Red River. Would have liked it if both of us and Oklahoma were undefeated. It would make everything a lot more crazy and fun. But, we suck. Oklahoma's sucking. We're both 2 losses. And Oklahoma's loss was pretty egregious. Duggan just absolutely tore them apart. 23 of 33, only missed 10 passes here. This kid is he's older than me. This guy is pretty insane here. He's gotten better and better each year. I remember when I actually remember watching him as a freshman. He was pretty wild, pretty nuts. He's, like I said, he's only gotten better throughout his career here at TCU. He's kind of like a dual threat quarterback that's been playing real well. And look at that blown coverage there. TCU just tearing them apart in this game. I'm surprised that TCU is 3-0. They only played, I guess, SMU. I forget who that is. Tarleton, Texas, and then Colorado, which Colorado, I believe, just fired their head coach. So another firing there. On top of their loss, now here's kind of a sad thing for them. It sucks because poor Dylan Gabriel, man, he got like a massive shot to the head. Yeah, dude, this was such a bad hit too. I feel like the game also would have been way closer, but I mean, you can just watch this. This sucks because he's just going right to the ground too. It's like an obvious slide. Bam, dude, he just went right for it, and yeah, he's gonna. I mean, I think he got ejected from that. Yeah. Yeah, poor Gabriel too, because no, they got into a fight here. I mean, man, that's yeah. So I could see why, that TCU won, but he dug and played great too, so that's gonna knock out Oklahoma. And then here we go to another one that's probably gonna knock out another good team, or another good game that I was so happy about. Another blowout. Oh, and look at this. Both had 24. Oh, Texas A&M. I didn't even. Oh my gosh. Okay, this game was pretty insane. Rogers, I guess. I don't even know who this guy is. Will Rogers. He threw 329 pass yards, 3 touchdowns. He's getting post-interviewed here. Let's see. I would like to see one of their highlights here. No music there for us. That is Arizona. We do not want to watch that. Anyway, Will Rogers did pretty damn good. I'm not quite sure how Max Johnson did. I'd like to see how he did last game. 203. What was he on his completions? 19 of 26. He didn't do bad. Just honestly wasn't enough for them to get the win here. They just kind of got outplayed, outscored. I mean, you got, who is it? Is it Mike Leach is the head coach? Hold on, let me just make sure. Yeah, okay. I was right. So Mike Leach is the head coach for Mississippi State, which I'm not surprised that they threw up 42 points there. Air raids always give up a lot of points. So that was a given for them. So, I mean, I know Mississippi State's they've been doing that a lot. They've been throwing up a lot of points in a lot of their games, especially last year. You saw it with the quarterback they just had, who was, I'm blanking. But anyway, I know he threw up a bunch of numbers there at Mississippi State when he was there. So, was it Trask? Was he there? I know he was at Florida, but I think he was there. I'm not sure. Anyway, that was a pretty insane game for them. So congrats for Mississippi State. I mean, they're 4-1 now in the SEC, so pretty good for them. Moving on to 16. What am I talking about? Yes, 16 played. Oh, Baylor and OK State. Gosh, man, what am I doing here? Okay, that game was nuts. All right. Kind of surprised Oklahoma State's as good as they are. They are the best probably in the Big 12 right now. They are the best the Big 12 has to offer. But Baylor, they have 2 pretty good losses though, to BYU and to Oklahoma State. But Spencer Sanders, man, he is just going off. Spencer Sanders, he's been playing pretty damn well. I think he's honestly a senior too, if I'm not mistaken here. Yes, he is a senior. Only 181 yards, but yet I know I think he did some good rushing too, if I'm not mistaken. 75 yards rushing and a rushing touchdown. So he did pretty damn well against Baylor. They did good. Spencer Sanders played great. Oklahoma State, they're moving up in places, so I could see them being pretty high here coming a few weeks if they keep winning. Moving on to number 15, that was Washington. They soundly got beat by UCLA, 40-32. See, not the biggest ACC fan here, but I can imagine that it was a pretty good game for you SEC fans out there. I'm surprised because Penix has been playing pretty damn well. I mean, threw 345 and 4 touchdowns, but yet I can see the problem right now. 2 TDs. We can see a highlight here from. Oh my gosh, they're showing old highlights here. Never mind. All right, we cannot watch that one. That one's so old. Anyway, he did throw a lot. He didn't even run any. Surprisingly, there he's kind of been a good quarterback as of late, but that game I guess he didn't do too well. UCLA's running game, obviously you can see here, 124 yards, 22 attempts, and a touchdown. So Zach Charbonnet, I believe is his name. He played pretty dang well there. Is this Washington? No, it's Colorado. I don't know why they're showing so old. But anyway, that was really surprising. UCLA is undefeated though, so they could do some damage there in the Pac-12 if they keep going the way they're going. I'm a little surprised there. I kind of want to see a UCLA USC showdown here if they're on the path that they're going on here. But good win for Washington. Moving on to number 14, it is Ole Miss and Kentucky. Oh my gosh, this was the one that, yes, Will Levis. Oh my gosh, yeah, he fumbled. Man, my guy Will Levis here, I thought he was going to do so well. This poor guy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, he tied, but that sad fumble. Oh my gosh, I want to watch that. We got to see the clip. Here it is. Okay, yeah, he went. No, this wasn't it. Was it? They didn't score on this one. I thought. No, they did not score. This is the one right here. This play, he fumbles it. Man, gosh, with 50 seconds left, and they had rain just to tie it. It was so sad. Oh man, I thought Kentucky could have. I still think Kentucky's a good team. See, Ole Miss is undefeated too. This was my other college game day game that I think could have been a college game day, but they didn't go with it. But it was such a good game, man. I think Kentucky can bounce back from this though. They're gonna keep going on. I think they can keep playing and win some more games for them. Not surprised that Ole Miss is still playing well. They scored they had a good first quarter there, which kind of propelled them into the rest of the game. But good win for Ole Miss. Oregon, oh my God, Stanford's so bad. Oregon just got destroyed. Bo Nix, 141 yards for rushing. Dang, okay. 2 TDs there. Dang, okay. Bo Nix kind of ran all over them. Only 161 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. So he had 4 total touchdowns then, if we're looking at this right. Yeah, no, he had 4 total touchdowns. Bo Nix doing Bo Nix stuff after that sad first game, but yet they're still 4-1, so they're doing great here. Still I'm kind of hoping still for maybe even an Oregon, USC, or now that UCLA is kind of doing well, UCLA versus USC, that'd be pretty crazy. So moving on, number 12 here, Utah just picked apart Oregon State, who held USC to very close, which you can't really compare. It's like apples to oranges here, so it's kind of hard to really. But they are in the Pac-12, so but like I said, it's kind of hard to really compare them. But Utah just picked apart Oregon State. My man Cam Rising here, God, the dude looks like a savage. Look at him. Gosh, this ex-Texas player, man, he was cool. He was a cool guy. Cool guy, Cam. All right, he played phenomenal here. Let's see his rushing yards here, 73 and a touchdown. Fantastic game by Cam. Good job, man. Number 11 here, Penn State. Hey, doesn't matter how it happens here. Helinski, he didn't play too well, so it's kind of sad for Northwestern here. I kind of really like Ryan Helinski, but Penn State had a good run game that game. It doesn't matter, like I said, it doesn't matter how many points you score. The win's still a win. So Penn State kind of looking scary there as well, 5-0. And now we're moving on to top. College game day. This game was also pretty crazy. Came down not to the wire, but they were very close for the longest time here until, Clemson kind of just took it away towards the end there. I was really sad because I was really rooting for NC State. I was really wanting them to do well. I think Leary had maybe a pick. Yeah, he had 1 pick. Sucks for the Wolfpacks here. They were at Clemson, so it's kind of hard for them to play in that environment. But their defense played pretty damn well. Ungalau, he didn't throw that much. So he only had like 209. I guess he did throw a lot more than I thought. I thought he really didn't. I don't know, maybe because he did run around a lot. That's why I was like, he didn't really throw that much, but he kind of played a lot better than I thought he would have. So. Good for Ungalau. I've been getting a little bit of crap, but man's been playing well. So good for Clemson there. Number 9, it was Oklahoma State. Number 8. So Tennessee had a bye, so number 8's good. Number 7 was Kentucky. Number 6, USC. Come on. Arizona State's trash. After the firing of Herm, it was over for Arizona State. So USC got that done. Clemson got that done. We already went over them. Michigan, tough win for them there in Iowa, but they toughed it out there. They started scoring 14 in the fourth here. They had nothing, and I thought this game was kind of over. And then 14, and it was looking a little like, whoa, okay, all right, guys, slow down. But no, JJ played good. The rest of the Michigan team played well. The running back, the run game was great for Michigan, so not surprised there as well. Another Iowa tight end doing good. Always gotten Iowa's kind of a tight end university there. Number 3, Ohio State. Come on. They played Rutgers. Rutgers had no chance. Already went over Alabama. And now here we go. We did. For the last one, Georgia and Missouri. This game went down to the wire. They were going, and Missouri just couldn't stop Bennett. Stenson Bennett just kept throwing well. The refs kind of helped them a little bit. This was so aggravating. I really wanted Missouri to win. Oh, man, it was in Missouri. They were doing so well, but of course, Stenson Bennett. He's gonna drove down there. They're gonna score here, and especially ramping it up in the second half. They really picked it up there, whereas Missouri really was lackluster in that. Just points. All they did was kick and kick and kick and kick, and it wasn't enough for them. So Georgia got it done. And that's it for covering last week's scores. We are going to move on here to week 6. We will see the power rankings for this week. This week we got a great rivalry. Texas beat West Virginia. Ooh, it was a good win for us. Xavier Worthy was looking fantastic. Jatavian Sanders looked fantastic. Bijan looked fantastic. Ewers could be back. Oh, man, this could be good for us. I mean, even though we're both not ranked, I'm still going to have fun watching it. Anyway, LSU squeezed their way in, which is not... It's a little surprising to me, because I know there are a couple teams, like... Honestly, I thought UCLA would be in over LSU. They're not even freaking listed on here. But LSU at 25, 24 Cincinnati. They have South Florida next week. They have Tennessee for LSU. Ooh, that could be good. If they win, they could be up there high. Mississippi State has Arkansas. Syracuse with 5-0 versus NC State there. Washington dropped down 6. They're playing Arizona State. K-State went up 5 after beating Texas Tech there. Kansas finally in there. Oh, wait, what am I talking about? There's UCLA. Kansas finally in there. Fantastic. Good for Kansas. College game day is going to be there versus TCU. UCLA is up there now. They'll be playing Utah. Texas Christian University, we'll call it that. They're playing Kansas for college game day. BYU, Notre Dame went up 3. Finally, they're out of that 19-ish area. Wake Forest went up 7. Jeez, they're playing Army, I guess. Damn, that was a good win for them. NC State dropped 4. They're playing Florida State. Kentucky dropped 6. They're playing South Carolina. Oregon went up 1, playing Arizona. Utah went up 1. They're playing UCLA. Penn State went up 1. They're playing Michigan. Ooh, it's at noon. That's a good-ass game. Well, shit. Now that I'm thinking about it, guys, why did they choose TCU in Kansas? I guess somewhere new. Whatever. Ole Miss is playing Vanderbilt. They went up 5. Tennessee stayed the same. They didn't play. Oklahoma State went up 2. They're playing Texas Tech. Could be a real good challenge for them, I think. USC stayed the same. Stayed the same. Stayed the same. Stayed the same. And here's a drastic difference. They flipped again for Alabama, Georgia, just after that, both their games. So a little surprised about that. But yeah, that was week 5 kind of recap there, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If there's anything else you guys want me to do or comment over, tell me. I'll try to get videos out for it, and I'll see you for the predictions probably on Thursday. Yeah, peace out.